Hello and a good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Hello everybody. Today's good people of the tube, we are updating, I suppose you could call it, my secondary pedal board. So this pedal board here, which I'll show you now, this is the Boss BCB 60. I've had this pedal board since 2005 and used it in one way or another since then. I've used it a lot, and at this point in time, this is my backup pedal board that I take to gigs. So if my main pedal board goes down, this has got everything I need to get through the gig without it. It basically misses out like special effects like the Mel 9 and the Cloud Burst. But other than that, it's all on here, and I've got my Ditto as well. And yeah, I've had it for ages. And the lovely people at Boss, I'm out of breath and I can't English today. When can you ever English day? The lovely people at Boss have sent me their new, look how clean that is. This is the BCB 90X. So what we're going to do today, people of Tube, is we're going to transfer all this into here. Because there's a little bit more space in here. As you can see on this one, I'm using the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2 Plus to power everything. Whereas with this, I should, he says should, be able to power all that off the, how you call it, the input device thing they have on these pedal boards. So yeah, this should be quite interesting. So let me move the camera. I'll open this up and I'll tell you a bit more about what we're going to do today. Okay, so you can see everything's kind of like crammed in to this board. There's not a great deal of space at all, really. Everything's really close. Like, you know, the gap between the expression pedal on the Zoom and the wah pedal is very close. These pedals are very close. You know, I've had to make these little plinths here and also keep a space for the pedal power supply, because many moons ago the thingy broke and I never replaced it. Anyway, so what we're going to do, because on the new one, if I move it out of the way, pull the new one in, you can see there's a lot more space. And there's this little insert here that comes out. And so you can actually do kind of like nice pedal, patch lead kind of routing. So everything's kind of neat and tidy. We're not going to do that because, you know, it's just not the way I roll, man. So what we're going to do is go to B&Q in a second, and I'm going to get some carpet tiles, and then what we're going to do is we're going to replace this insert with carpet tiles, and then we're going to like stick it down inside there. This won't be used at all, but I'm going to use this as a template to cut the carpet, and then once this has all got the carpet glued stuck down to it, we're going to start changing pedals over. Now, there should, with the adapter and the DC out here, you can power up to 10 pedals, and there should be enough power to power all these pedals without having to use the Pedal Power 2 Plus, he says. Now, if I have to use the Pedal Power 2 Plus, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue anymore, because if I bring the original one back in here, there's a lot of unusable space because there's little lips and ridges, and you can't really do anything with that. Whereas with this one, because there's no kind of like thing down there and anything like that, I could always put the pedal power supply up in this corner. So if this doesn't quite power everything, I'll just stick the Voodoo Labs back in, and I still should have enough space to get everything in there. So I hope that explains that. I hope it makes some kind of sense. And again, this is just really cool. And again, massive thanks to Boss for sending me this. Like, I've been looking at this for ages, because these things are just absolutely amazing. Like I say, this, I've been using the original one, say, since 2005. It was my main pedal board for a long time. And it basically took a bit of a back seat for a while, and then it went into semi-retirement, and then I bought it back up again a couple of years ago now, and redid it and made a secondary pedal board that basically I take to gigs, just in case, especially if it's kind of like a headlining kind of gig, or it's just like, you know, you want our own gigs. So that's what today's video is about. We're going to swap all this lot into this, and we're going to see how it goes. We're also going to see the thingy. I forget exactly how many milliamps this thing kicks out, but it should be enough, he says. But we'll find out. If not, we use the Pedal Power 2 Plus, put it up the top corner. It'll still buy us some space. It really will. And yeah, the only thing I am upset about with this one, and yes, boss, this has kind of upset me, is you don't get patch leads with this. When this one came, it came with long patch leads and short patch leads, so you could do it. And I'm still using those patch leads today. That came with my initial BCB 60. And they are literally some of the best patch leads I've ever had, bar none. And like I say, I'm still using them today. And since 2005, out of all the original ones that came with my original BCB, one has died. Only one. The rest of them keep on trucking. And I really wish this had come with patch leads, but it doesn't come with patch leads. It comes with the daisy chain, and it comes with the PSB power supply, but it doesn't come with patch leads, and I think that's a bit annoying, to be honest with you, because like I say, those original Boss patch leads that come with the BCB 60, absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. Anyway, without further ado, let's go to B&Q, get some carpet samples, and we'll make this template. Well, we'll use this as a template to make a carpet thing, which we'll then stick down in here. I'm not bothered about wire routing. I don't mind wires sitting on top. In all fairness, I prefer the wires sitting on top, because if something goes wrong, it's not tucked away. You know what I mean? I don't like things when they're too tucked away. It drives me insane, especially if you're trying to troubleshoot something really fast. It's a nightmare. So let's go to B&Q. We have carpet. We have carpet acquired. So now, it's really annoying because you always have to get two just to have this little sliver on the end. But I initially went for the blue because it's like a tradition for me. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to change to black this time and have it black. So yeah, so now what I need to do is I need to take the insert out of the Boss thing, make a little template on mainly this one, and then do that one on the other. And then, yeah, and then get it in, basically. So yeah, hopefully the next thing you see, it'll be, well, the templates will be done, and I'll be able to get the carpet out. I'll show you how I stick it in as well, because that's how that's held in. Like I say, this pedal board here has got a lot of, it's got a lot of memories to it. And also, like I say, this is the one I used when I played for Paris Fashion Week as well. So it's kind of like, you know, this has been on the Vogue runway, this thing. But like I say, it'll be cool to have a little bit more space. I always wanted more space. I love these pedal boards. They're so small and compact and ace, and they can take an absolute beating as well. But I always wanted a little bit more space, and like I say, this one didn't have it because of like these ridges here and stuff like that. It makes it a bit hard work. Whereas on the new one, you don't have any of that. You've got all that lovely space to play with. So let me get these templates done. Track out the Stanley knife, and yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, people, the tube. So carpet is cut. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. I mean, you can kind of see the seam there, but once it's kind of like stuck down, it should be fine. It's actually really in there really well. But I am going to use this stuff, which is carpet tape. Basically, it's to stick this stuff down, and I've used that. I use this on everything, basically. If, like, you know, the bottom of pedals to put Velcro on, carpet for pedal boards, this stuff reigns supreme. Scotch carpet tape rules. So what I need to do now is get these out, which is really hard because they're really snug. I'm gonna have to get the Stanley knife to it. Do I have my handy cam? Okay, so I can get that out. So they're out. So I'm gonna put tape on all these high spots, basically here, and then we'll stick that down, and then we can start taking pedals off the old one, putting it on the new one. Whew. I'm knackered. Pretty tired. Anyway, but let's get on with the taping. Scotch. Okay, so tape is on. It's double-sided, obviously, so I just need to peel this off. Next thing you'll see is the carpet in place, and we can start putting pedals on and go from there, people with tubes. So it's looking good so far, though. And I say I do like the idea that you can kind of like do kind of cable management and stuff on this board. That's a really, really nice touch. But for me, I don't like that so much. It's not really something I would be bothered about with a board this size. So anyway, let me stick this carpet down and we'll get to the other stuff. Okay, PeopleTube, just to let you know what's going on here, why are we doing mathematics? So the power supply that comes with this pedal board can give up to 2,000 milliamps of current. Right, so what I've basically just done is I've just looked up the milliamps of all the pedals that I'm going to have on the board. So DS2, DD7, Zoom, the Wah, the Marshall Governor Ditto, and the Golden Plexi. I might be able to get more on here because basically they get nowhere close to 2,000. You know, the biggest one on the board, like the most powerful pedal on the board that takes the most milliamp is the Zoom at 300 milliamps. Other than that, like, you know, you got like the Ditto that takes like 0.1 milliamps, and then the Governor's 9 milliamps. The Golden Plex is 150 milliamps, which is quite mad when you consider, I'm pretty sure that's not correct, but if you consider like the DS2 is 15 milliamps and the DD7 is 55, I don't know, that just seems mental. That doesn't seem right to me at all. But either way, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, mathematics over. Now we can actually start putting pedals in. So this carpet's on. I'm really, really happy with like the seam. You can kind of see the seam that I've done on there, but I'm really happy with how it's gone on. It's really nice and neat and tidy. And I love the fact I chose black because it looks cool and it matches the overall look of the pedal board. So I'm going to start ripping the other pedal board apart now. Put the camera back on the tripod so you can see me doing that. And yeah, we'll start arranging basically. I mean, I'm going to have it the same layout as my other board because that's what I'm used to. I really like the way that is. But yeah, we'll see where we go. This is going to be fun. We're on to the fun bit, and then we can test it out and see if it even works. So that'll be the terrifying bit. Fun bit now, terrifying bit, and if it works, back to the fun bit. Anyway, let's start taking the other pedal board down and converting this one. Okay, let's go. So, like I say, I'm a bit gutted that you don't get Boss patch leads with the new pedal board. That's a bit meh. I'm a bit cheesed off with that one, people. I really thought I thought it'd be the same as this one, where it come with new patch leads. But no, so I'll just have to use my old beastly ones that are somehow still going. So I've got to rip it all apart. It's a bit mental. Okay, let's get the zoom off now. Ugh. I tell you, carpet on the bottom of pedal boards, it was a revelation when I found that out. It really was. It changed the world for me. I've had people comment saying, like, you know, oh, you shouldn't use carpet because if you've got like things like pedal power things on there, they get hot and they well, you know, they might make the carpet set on fire. Never had it happen. Been doing this for years. Funny enough, never had that happen. I don't think that's a real thing. I don't think these things can get hot enough to, crikey, set the carpet on fire. I think you're all right. Like I say, and I've been doing this for years, and I've used this board a lot with it. This carpet's been on here for ages, and I've got other pedal boards with carpet on, and I've used all different power supplies. I used Fender ones, used this ones, all sorts of stuff. Never had an issue, so I'm not 100% sure about that one. Oh, Velcro came off. I'll tell you what, I don't know what the rubber was on the bottom of these old Marshall pedals, but honestly, nothing sticks to it. You can super glue Velcro to the bottom of these old Marshall pedals, which Marshall should be reissuing. Marshall, yes please. But literally nothing sticks to the bottom of them. They're absolute beasts. They're absolute beasts. So, right. Now, in theory, I only need the patch leads. I don't need the pedal power. I'll probably need the little plinth I made for my Golden Plexi, though. This is why carpet's amazing, because it just grabs. It really does. Like I say, when you can hold things upside down and things don't fall off, that's what you want. Okay, so let's get this into position. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, you can see that, can't you? Yeah, good. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the zoom down because that's, you know, the brain. He's going over here. Yeah, about there. So get that seated. That's not going anywhere fast. Like I say, you can just do the upside down test and it'll be there all day. I've got to say, I've made the other Boss pedal board had a very it's very deep in the bottom, and the lid is really shallow. I don't know if that explains very well. Basically, the original one of these is sunk down really low, and I had to make a little kind of like wooden plinth for my wah-wah pedal, as you can see here, out of these little bits of wood, to get it high enough. I don't think I'll need that on this. I really don't. Let's take little bits of wood off. I don't think I'll need them. I won't need them. That's perfect. Cool. Okay, so I don't need the leg supports, but I do need Velcro on this, but that's fine because I'll get some in a bit. So now, where's the ditto? Because the ditto is going to go here, basically where it always was as the first pedal in line. So that's going to go there on its little plinth, because like I said, I need to get it higher so I can actually get to it. I could probably put that straight, right? Maybe? No, I can't. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let's just put the ditto on. Now, I've got a lot more space here. And I'm thinking, because the golden plexi was up on like a little plinth, if I turn it upside down. So the golden plexi was up like that to get it above other pedals. I'm thinking what I'm going to do here, people with tube, is make a little plinth for I don't know, because the problem is if I put these here and then that's the idea, because then they're all spaced out. I've got more space. I can move a wah-wah pedal over. Nothing's getting in the way. Problem is though, can I don't think I can actually turn these two on if they're like that, or can I? Because the thing is, they're quite high. No, I can't. I end up booting the governor. I can turn the delay on, but I mean, I could put the governor. If I put that there, governor down here, DS2 down here. Is that affecting anyone's OCD, the fact that the Boss pedals are split? But no, I can't, because I can't get over to the DD. So, okay, so what we're going to have to do here is figure this, well, we're going to have to figure this out. Also, another thing I've got to figure out is if the Boss pedal's elevated, will the lid close? Oop. The answer is, if I can get the catches out of the way, no, it won't. So, burger bars. Okay, that's really tight at this point in time. Okay, so that doesn't work. Not a prob, because we can just go how it was before. So we could probably, yeah. So let's figure this out. I don't know. This is always the hard part of pedal board building. I wish I could just hire somebody to do it for me, to be honest with you, sometimes. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is possibly put the wah pedal over here. If I put the wah in the corner, no one puts wah in the corner. I'm going to put DS2 there, DD there, governor in the middle. Yeah, I think I will do this, because if I can just, yeah, if I do that, I can easily get to that. So much space though. I mean, I could easily have more pedals. This is cool. This is actually cool. My backup board might have just might just be becoming... It might just have become my main pedal board. It's not, no, because I need more delays, sadly. Although, I don't know, PeelTube. I'm a little bit blown away here because I can do a lot with this. I really thought, like, you know, this would be easy, and it's actually proving to be kind of not. So hang on, let's just do this. Let's just kind of like do a quick wire up and see where we are. So ditto looper into the zoom. So that's in. Then we want to go from the zoom pedal to the delay pedal, which we'll probably use the yellow one for that. No, I'll keep that aside. I'll try. This black one should do the job. So from the zoom pedal, we'll go to the digital delay. Put that down. From the digital delay, we need to go to the Marshall governor, so I need a small one. That will do. Let's just move DS2 out. So let's do this. In you go, or don't. Okay, so that's like that. Kind of butt them up against each other. Okay. I think that's all right. Yeah, we're good. And then from the governor, we need to go to, I need more patch leads. From the governor, we need to go to the golden plexi, wah, DS2 to the send. I'm going to go and get more patch leads. I will be back. Okay, more patch leads, ahoy. So, where are we going? Yeah, golden plexi next. Now, do I have... I use these ones, I think, for this. I'm going to have to invest, aren't I, people, Juniors, getting some really good patch leads, because I don't know how old these ones are, but they're very old, and they've seen better days, bless them. But the fact they still work is a testament to cheap patch cables, and the fact that they still sound good is a testament to cheap patch leads. I do like the fact I don't have to have the wooden things under the wah-wah pedal. That's really cool. So now that can go there, and then we just come out the wah-wah into the DS2. Now, do I have a patch lead that'll work for that? I do, but then we got a problem. This is frustrating. Let's use this one again. Put that in there. Wow, that just fits. Whew, that's a bit close. That's very close for comfort, that one. Okay, and then put the DS2 in. Problem. Maybe problem. I don't know. It should go underneath. It does go underneath. Right, I need another one going from here to there. Now, do I have anything decent go from here to there? Nope. I'm going to have to use this absolutely humongous patch cable to do this. Not good, really. But I don't know. That's all I've got. That's all I can do right now. Okay, and it fits, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so I'd go there to there. Okay, and that comes down there. That'll go down there. Like I say, I'm not at this point in time. I'm not going to even try and be neat with it, because I can guarantee you, having all this, that's really annoying. That's pivoting the lead. That's pivoting the pedal out all over the chip shop. I can't use that patch lead there because it's making that go funny. That's not frustrating at all. I know. I see you. Crikey, that's stuck down. Let me switch out. This blue one. Well, switch that out for the blue one. And then this black one can go from the governor to the golden plexi. Yep, nice. And they're still interfering with each other. Of course they are, because nothing ever works nicely, does it? Because that's fine. That's fine. Not fantastic, but it's alright if I pull that underneath. Like that. Oh, Dave, you really should invest in better patch leads. I need to get loads of those flat, the really flat-headed ones. I had some. They're not here. And that's very frustrating because I'll never see them again. So that's, see, the problem I've got here is it's knocking everything all over the chip shop. Because those patch leads are fine, but I need one that comes out the DS2 that sits below. And I don't think I have anything that'll do that. The only one is that yellow. There's nothing in there, it's just cables. Oh, well, that's annoying. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, well, I think at this point in time, hang on a minute. Yeah. I mean, could I? That wants to go there. I mean, there is space to put the DS2 up here, but the problem is I can't turn it on quick without booting the dials on my governor. That's the problem. Because that would be... Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. This might absolutely make my brain go, no, Dave, I can't hack the way that looks, but we're going to try. So, if I put the governor there, and put the DS2 down here, or the other way around, like the governor down here, DS2 in the middle, it's a bit of a weird layout, but I can get to everything. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's a bit weird, but if it works, doesn't it? It doesn't work. Oh, bum. It doesn't work because I don't have patch leads. Oh no, it will. I've got that really ridiculously long one. Would it be better if I did that like this though? Oh, Velcro will not stick. Like, so if I put these... Where's Daniel Steinhardt when you need him? Eh? Where is he? Where's the gig rig when you need them? If I put them like that, and put the DS2 up here, it's a little, not really making much, it's not really making use of the space though, is it? It's a bit ugly. Because I mean, they're easy to get to now. I mean, in all fairness, if I had a patch lead, I could put it there. I'm gonna go on search. Sunch. I don't know what Sunch is. I need to find more patch leads. Got a few more. Like, to be honest with you, these are ones I kind of use for backups at gigs. So if like one of my patch leads goes out at a gig, I'll use these. But if I've got this, and if my pedal board goes down at a gig, I'll be using this anyway. So, but these are the original ones, people who tube. These are the patch cables that came with the original BCB 60, and I really thought Boss would be doing these again with this one, but obviously not, and that's kind of upset me, to be honest with you, because these were fantastic. Now, is anybody seeing something I'm not? Because I can't. I'm thinking The problem is that I've got some Planet Waves ones which are a little bit bigger, but not much bigger to be sad. See, they're not big enough. I mean, I could move the golden plexi, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, everything's too short. Like, everything's too short or too long. That is the problem I always run into with doing pedal boards, is the patch leads are either too short or they're just too long, and it's a nightmare. I really kind of want the wah pedal there, to be perfectly honest with you, because I like to be able to kind of get to it, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do this. I really don't. I think I'm going to stop filming for a sec and just play around. You don't need to see this. It's going to be a lot of Dave stressing himself out now. I'm just trying to figure it out. So, well, yeah, I'm going to stop filming for a sec. I'm just going to try and figure this out with the patch leads I've got. Look at the state it is. Does anyone else get into this state when they're making a pedal board? And I'll be back when I've figured it out, PeopleTube. See you in a sec. Okay, PeopleTube, I've done it. Somehow, I don't know how I've done it, but I've done it. I've done it. Do you want to see it? Here we go. So, there it is. So, the wah pedal did have to go on that side. I didn't have patch leads for it to go there. But this is where it is now. It will change, I can guarantee you that. But this is where it is right now. Velcroed down the leads because they're a bit unruly. But it's passing the upside down test. What is the upside down test? I hear you cry. It's this. If you want to be even more dangerous, you hang it over your head, because then you get knocked out if your pedals fall off. But this is why I love carpet on pedal boards, because it just absolutely never lets go. So you can just, yeah, you don't need a lid. Just off you go. So there we go, done it. So now let's plug it in and see if it works. So we're going to go into the Katana Artist head here, coming out this cab. And yeah, I don't know, let's plug it in, shall we, first? Let's see if it powers everything. Okay, so zoom's on, Boss pedals work, golden plexi works, wah pedal works, ditto looper works. Like I say, it should power everything easily, because the output of the power supply, transformer, whatever you want to call it, is 2000 milliamps. And I say these pedals don't even come close to 2000 milliamps. In all fairness, I have space to add at least 2 more pedals. On the daisy chain, I actually have 3 more input, 3 more power outputs. I can actually put 3 more pedals on. So watch this space. I need better patch leads to do that, though, and I don't have them at this point in time, and I don't have the money. Like I said, I was hoping this would be like the original Boss BCB60, where it come with patch leads, but it didn't. So Boss, but I do have to thank Boss for sending me this thing to play with, which I'm really happy about, and it's wicked. Like I say, I adore these things. It's just, they're just so good. They really are. So let's plug it in to the Artist. Let's make sure everything works and there's no unwanted kind of weirdo noise or anything like that. I'll talk a bit more about that in a sec. All of you on phone call. I'm not going to mic up or line out or any of that kind of thing. We're just literally just going to do it on the phone, because, you know, you get to hear it in the room then as well. And also I can talk to you in real time. Okay, YouTube. So I've just brought the camera down so you can kind of see what I'm standing on and whatnot. And I'll just talk you through what I can. So let's just double check we've got signal. Just engage the tuner. We do have a tuner, so let's just tune it really quick. So this is a great, these pedal boards are fantastic. They're so portable, you can fit plenty in them, especially now. Boss just doing what they did by getting rid of those kind of like spine bits and those extra bits, just having it as like an open plan thing. Genius. Like I say, if you want to do cable management, you can do all that kind of stuff. That actual thing that comes, the insert, you can actually cut that to whatever your pedals want, but I always prefer Velcro. So let's, whoa, let's maybe not have mass distortion. Okay, so let's just set the amp up. Okay. Okay, now, I can already hear a problem. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, but there's an electronic kind of noise. Let me turn the amp up, let me put the guitar down, and I'll turn the amp up really loud. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. Most probably can. What that is the zoom pedal. And this is a problem I had with my initial board, my initial BCB60. The power supply doesn't quite give, even though it's rated higher, it doesn't run the zoom quietly. So we're kind of back to square one in a way, because I'm going to have to use the Voodoo Labs pedal power supply to power all this so it's quiet. Because that at a gig, I mean, you probably won't hear it, but at the same time would drive me insane. Because I do remember gigging with one of these years and years ago. When I first got it, I mean, I used my original BCB60 for absolutely years, and that noise used to drive me spare live. It used to drive me mad. That aside though, let's just have a bit of a play. Okay, people, Tube say it's the day after the initial kind of mess around with this. And sorry, my phone ran out of memory, so that jam cut off. I didn't play for too long afterwards, but yeah, so I do apologise about that. But so I've been going back through this today and just trying to neaten it up a bit. Like I say, I've got so much space in that corner and there. I've only got one thing sadly left for my out of my power supply, but I could have one more pedal. To be honest with you, I don't really feel I even need another pedal. This does everything I want. And like, I don't know if I've already said it in this video, but I actually play through this board more than I do my other board that I use for live and for videos. I actually play through this one more. I think it's because it's set up in my room, and this is kind of like my plinking around and playing around board, as I say, as well as my backup. But with the extra added space up in this corner and over here, like there's so many options now for me to do different things with it. But like I said, I've gone through this morning, I've just tidied it up a little bit, different patch leads so everything kind of sits flat and proper. I think this is how I'm going to leave it. Like I say, I would prefer the wah pedal there, but it's not really big enough to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I'm on this expression pedal, it's not like I've got to go a million miles up. Like, it's not like John Frusciante's pedal board where I would have to run about 18 million yards that way or that way and Forrest Gump it and try and get to the pedal. You know, it's not big enough. And like I say, this just does everything I want it to do, and I'd be very happy just going to a gig, any gig, with just this, because I've got my zoom pedal, which gives me that gives me every effect I would ever want or need. I've got my delay pedal, which I can easily tweak and mess with on the fly. Obviously the Governor, the Golden Plexi, and the DS2, and the Ibanez Wah. And I got a Ditto as well, so I can do looping with it as well, which is really cool. And I say I've also got the drum machine built into the Zoom G2. All the buttons kind of knackered on this one, so it doesn't really work very well. But yeah, it's kind of everything I need really. And again, massive thanks to Boss for sending me this one. Like I say, it's been nice to retire my old one, although I'm pretty sure that'll go until the ends of the earth, that one. But I like just the little bit of added space on this thing, and it just looks a little bit neater. It's just a little bit less kind of like crammed in there. It just looks better. And again, I have had to use the Pedal Power 2 Plus power supply. I would have had more space if I didn't have to use that, but I do have to use it because of the zoom pedal. And again, that's not Boss's fault. That's simply me wanting to use that because obviously I can't go anywhere without my zooms. And like I say, it was just that really kind of like obnoxious digital sound that I really don't like. And I say the Pedal Power 2 Plus just gets rid of that completely. And it's literally dead silent. It's absolutely, this setup is dead silent. It really is. I love it to bits. And I say they're still one of the best pedal power supplies ever made. So yeah, there we go, people tube. So I hope you enjoyed this vid on kind of like just like, you know, switching things over from my old Boss BCB60 to this one. What's this, BCB90X or whatever it's called? I forget what these are called now. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this vid, and like I say, I hope it's been kind of somewhat informative and interesting. But yeah, huge thanks to Boss for sending this. Like I say, it's just so much less cluttered on there now. You know, everything's so kind of neat. And again, I've got this space here, I've got space up here. I could easily just move the Golden Plexi over here and have another mini pedal right next to it. You know, this is ace. This is ace. I love these things. And again, I really do. If you're after like, you know, a nice compact pedal board that's easily portable and, you know, and sturdy and robust, and also kind of like not particularly kind of like, you know, $2,000, it break the bank kind of thingy, these ones are really worth it. They really are. And I say, this is my backup board now. So whenever I do a gig that's kind of like, you know, Red Giant's kind of main gig, whatever, this is the board I'll be using. Also, I think, to be honest with you, if I ever arrived at a venue and the stage was a bit too small and like there was no space, I think I'd end up using this one, because this is not substantially smaller than my other board, but it is smaller. So there is always that option. Actually, that's actually brought me to a cool point. So I use Shure Wireless Live now to cut down on leads. I could use that extra output there to power the Shure Wireless if I was to use this live. That's what I'm going to do with there, people on YouTube. I'm going to leave that number 8 socket empty just in case. There we go. That's ace. I love it. I love it. talking sometimes just like clears things up. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again very soon for another one. If you like the videos I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Links to that description box below, down there. And thank you very much indeed, and happy paddleboarding. See you later.